We have injured and disabled passengers.
One of the world's greatest enduring mysteries is a mystery no more. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has captured imaginations.
The loss of a mammoth container ship baffles investigators.
One of the biggest questions we had was, why was this ship so close to the eye of the hurricane?
The Bermuda Triangle, known as the graveyard of ships, a puzzle of vanished planes. Now deep beneath its turquoise waters, scientists have found something strange.
Science finally cracked the world's most feared stretch of ocean, and the real answer is more disturbing than any curse. For nearly a century, the Bermuda Triangle has been the most feared stretch of ocean on Earth, a 500,000 square mile patch of the Atlantic between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, where ships and planes were said to simply vanish, without wreckage, without bodies, without explanation. People blamed aliens, sea monsters, lost cities, and portals to other dimensions. But scientists have now turned every modern tool we have on this stretch of water, statistics, sonar mapping, ocean physics, and geology, and the mystery has finally been solved. There is no curse, there is no portal, but what researchers found actually lurking out there is in many ways far worse than the legend ever was. Because hidden in that water and buried in the seafloor below is a combination of natural forces so violent that they can make a ship sink in a matter of seconds, and trenches so deep that anything that falls into them is gone forever. Share this with everyone you know, because the real story of the Bermuda Triangle is a perfect example of how the truth can be scarier than the myth. For decades, the legend survived on mystery, on the idea that something unknown was at work. Science has now stripped that mystery away and replaced it with something colder. The realization that the ocean itself, with no supernatural help whatsoever, is fully capable of erasing a ship and everyone aboard it and leaving nothing behind. The forces that do it are real, they're natural, and they're waiting out there right now. Before we break down exactly what solved it, why the old story collapsed, and the disturbing forces genuinely responsible, make sure you subscribe to Vault of Discovery. We're giving you the real science that rewrites the textbooks. First, the part that shattered the legend. For years, people insisted the Bermuda Triangle swallowed an abnormal, impossible number of ships and planes. But when researchers actually ran the numbers, the mystery evaporated. The modern conclusion is blunt. The region was never fundamentally more dangerous than other heavily trafficked stretches of ocean. It's one of the busiest shipping and flight corridors on the planet, sitting in the heart of Hurricane Alley, so it naturally sees more incidents, not because of a curse, but because of sheer traffic and probability. The disappearances were explained by ordinary brutal forces, sudden storms, rogue waves, human error, and statistical coincidences that got exaggerated over decades of retelling. Oceanographer Simon Boxall of the University of Southampton put it in the most unsettling way possible. If you keep expanding the triangle's borders, you'll find it covers the entire globe. The triangle isn't special. The whole ocean is the triangle. And the science destroyed the most famous clue of all, the idea that compasses go haywire there from magnetic anomalies. When scientists actually tested it, they found there are no genuine magnetic disturbances in the area at all. A fact confirmed by researchers and by the US Navy, which ran its own tests. The supernatural explanation was dead. But that's exactly where the disturbing part begins, because the answer pointed straight down to the seafloor. But here's the first shocking twist. What's waiting on the ocean floor below the triangle? Buried in the sediment are vast deposits of methane hydrate, pockets of explosive methane gas trapped inside crystallized cages of frozen water, locked under immense pressure. And the physics of what happens if that gas escapes is terrifying. If a disturbance releases it, the methane erupts upward through the water in a massive surge of bubbles, and laboratory experiments have proven the result. When methane floods up from the seafloor, it can drastically reduce the density of the water, destroying its ability to hold anything up. A ship floating on normal seawater would suddenly find itself sitting on froth, and it would drop straight down like a stone, with no time to send a distress call. Some scientists believe the same kind of blast could even disrupt an aircraft flying overhead. And then it got stranger, because honesty demands the full picture. As terrifying as the methane theory is, the data urges caution. While the deposits are real and the mechanism is real, U.S. Geological Survey research records no significant methane release in the Bermuda Triangle in roughly the last 15,000 years. So the seafloor beneath the triangle is a loaded gun, a vast reservoir of ship-sinking gas. But there's no proof it has fired in human history. The threat is real. The smoking gun, so far, is not. So science turned to the surface and found a killer with far more evidence behind it. Then came the second devastating revelation: rogue waves. For a long time, sailors who described walls of water rising out of nowhere were dismissed as exaggerating. The data proved them right. Rogue waves are now a confirmed phenomenon. Freak waves that appear without warning and can tower double the height of the waves around them. And the Bermuda Triangle is a perfect factory for them. A recent study found that when storm systems from the south, the north, and off the coast of Florida all collide in the region, they can generate rogue waves up to 30 meters tall, almost 100 feet, high enough to sink even large ships. Boxall's team even built a scale model of the USS Cyclops, a Navy ship that vanished in the region during World War I, to test how such waves would tear a vessel apart. The simulations confirmed these monster waves have genuine ship-sinking power. Imagine a 100-foot wall of water rising out of a calm sea, snapping a ship in half and vanishing, leaving no trace. But the third twist changes everything about why nothing is ever found. Because even when a ship or plane goes down in the triangle, two features of the region conspire to erase it. The first is the seafloor itself. Sonar mapping reveals that in places, the bottom drops away with shocking suddenness. Near the Bahamas at the western edge, the seafloor plunges abruptly to around 15,000 feet. Some of the deepest trenches on Earth sit in this region, and anything that sinks into them is, for all practical purposes, gone forever, virtually impossible to reach or recover. The second is the Gulf Stream, one of the most powerful currents on the planet, which roars straight through the triangle and sweeps wreckage and debris far from the site of a disaster before any search even begins. A ship sinks, the trench swallows it, and the current scrubs the surface clean. No wreckage, no trace, the exact signature that built the legend, explained. Now this is where the wild theories always rushed in. Aliens, Atlantis, dimensional gateways. And it's worth being honest, there's zero evidence for any of it. And scientists have ruled out the magnetic and supernatural explanations entirely. But here's the chilling part. You don't need aliens. The real verified truth is worse, because it's natural and it's everywhere. As Boxall bluntly noted, wherever you get rogue waves, methane, hurricanes, and a high concentration of inexperienced navigators, you get a high concentration of mysterious disappearances. The Bermuda Triangle was never haunted. It was simply the ocean, showing us what it's truly capable of. One thing is absolutely certain. Science has rewritten the story of the Bermuda Triangle more completely than any legend ever could. It revealed the region was never statistically more dangerous than other busy seas, that the magnetic anomalies never existed, and that the real dangers were hiding in plain sight all along. Fields of explosive methane below, 100-foot rogue waves above, and trenches deep enough to hide a ship forever while the Gulf Stream erases every clue. The mystery wasn't a monster or a portal. It was the ocean itself, and that should disturb you more, not less. And the seafloor of the triangle still holds more to find. New sonar surveys keep revealing strange formations in the deep, and the full extent of the methane locked beneath it is still being mapped. As our tools to scan the ocean floor grow sharper, the secrets buried below the Bermuda Triangle may prove to be only the beginning of what these waters have been hiding. When the next survey returns from the deep, the truth about what really lies beneath may have to be rewritten all over again. Stay tuned.